Hi, my name is Andy Sanchez, Inside Sales Specialist in BlueSky UC. I'll be your presenter in today's demo. To access the settings, we'll click on the ellipsis on the top right-hand corner, the settings, and then we'll click on settings. This will take us to the settings menu, which we can navigate to the devices section. It takes us to everything, all of the controls that we need to manage our audio. We've got the first drop down gives us access to controlling um, at a quick click the microphone and the speaker. Also gives you the option to choose a custom setup, which allows you to split up the speaker and the microphone in case you're using um, a headset and a central speaker or a phone system or something like that. Right below that, you've got your make a test call, which essentially tests your audio. You will receive a call from the Teams bot, and it will record your audio. It will allow you to listen to that recording and decide if those settings are right for you. Right below that, you've got your noise suppression, which allows for the system to block out any external noises like fans, music, and anything else. You've got high, low, or off. You've got a secondary ringer as well in case you've got, you're away from your desk and you want the phone uh, to ring elsewhere. Let's say your cell phone or maybe a secondary speaker that you have set up. And then, of course, you've got your camera, which will give you a quick little glimpse at what your camera is capturing so you can make sure that it's set up correctly. Moving on to the calling tab here, or the calling settings. Here you've got options to choose what you want to do with the call when it comes in. So in the first section, the call answering rules, um, the first or the default option here is the calls will come in and they will ring to you. What happens when the call is ringing? Do you also want the call to ring to someone else? Do you want to ring to a call group, or do you just want the call to ring to you? Right below that, you choose and decide what you want to happen if you do not answer the call. Should it go to voicemail? Should it ring somebody else? Should it ring a call group? Or maybe just do nothing? Below that, you've got the time that the call rings for. The default is 20 seconds. You can choose that it rings for 10 seconds or up to 60 seconds before it will do whatever you have identified here or selected. You also have options to forward the calls. Instead of the calls coming and ringing to you first, you can forward the call directly to your voicemail. You can forward the calls to another individual or to a call group, so it rings a group of individuals. You can also have it ring a new phone number or another contact. You type in the name, you select the user, and it will start ringing them instead of you. Below that, you have options to configure your voicemail. We click on configure voicemail, and this takes us to all the settings for your voicemail. Just like you are accustomed to with voicemail, you can record your greeting. You can choose that the system play a default voicemail greeting for you or a text. The system will read whatever text you type in here will be read, and then the users can leave a voicemail that's identified here. How would you like for us to handle your calls when they go to voicemail? You let the user record a message. You do not let the user record a message. They just hear your voicemail, and then they get transferred to somebody else. Or the call is ended after the recording has been played. You can also choose what language your greeting is in. This is for your text-to-speech, and set up custom out of office greetings. So whenever you're out of the office or holidays, vacations, you can come in here and configure that as well. The out of office greeting matches the out of office that you have in Outlook. So if you've already set up an out of office in Outlook, then Teams will respect that. Right. So below the voicemail, you've got options to choose your ringtones for your calls. You've got options to set up your ringtone for forwarded calls and also delegated calls. Delegated calls are when let's say, for example, your supervisor or your manager would like to have you take his calls. Maybe he's busy or he's in a meeting, and instead of the phone ringing to him and instead of him forwarding calls to you or to anybody else, he can delegate you to receive those calls. So you'll get a message saying a call is being received for um, your supervisor. Do you want to accept? And you can either click yes or no. If you click no, it will follow the same settings that um, that the person who has delegated you has configured. And then below the ringtones, you have accessibility options and call queues. The call queues are the queues that you've been added to that you are part of. You can disable or choose not to be part of that queue here if your organization has the queue set up in that way. To learn more about how BlueSky UC direct routing solutions can fit your business needs, please don't hesitate to contact us. You can find all our contact information in the description box below.